Man, what's going on, Falcon fans? This is another episode of All In with Nate. I'm knocking this out right now. Game ain't over, but it's over. You know, it's 8:02 left in the fourth quarter. This game is over. Uh, Before I even get started, man, let me get my stats up. Before I even get started, man, let me apologize for not getting a chance to do the Vikings recap. I actually had a death of one of my friends. If you probably have seen on the show before, we've done draft shows. Q Shine, you've probably seen him on here. His nickname was the Gladiator. He passed away Monday, man. RIP to my boy, man. It's been a rough week, but no, he probably they're mad at the Falcons just like I am. But just talk about this terrible football team. The Falcons are down 27-0 at Carolina. This game was never a game. To be honest with you, this game was never a game. Parker Romo, who was the new kicker for the Falcons, they cut Youngo on Friday, missed 2 field goals on the first 2 drives. So that could tell you the way this game has been going. But it's been a bad game all the way around. Michael Penix has been horrible today. He looks like a player that's in a rookie season. He's had a Desmond Ridder game today, to be honest with you. Not a good game from him at all. The offense never could really get going. And then when it seems like they can get going, passes are being overthrown. It's just a lot. It's been really lethargic today. Defensively, of course, it was without AJ Terrell, but they kept it under control for as much as they could. But you can only do but so much when your offense is giving you absolutely nothing. And let's be real. We won last week. We ran the ball well last week. But this offense has been bad all season long. We had one decent spurt against the Bucs in the second half of week 1. But to be brutally honest with you, this offense has been shaky at best since the season started. And with your schedule getting a little bit difficult over the next 3 weeks, this ain't good. You dropping a 1-2 against a Carolina team who they started showing signs of life at the end of the game against Arizona. They ended up losing that game in the second half, but Bryce Young had a chance to bring them boys back to win the game. So I knew coming into today, we were going to be seeing a better Carolina team. They're 0-2. They were going to be playing their butt off to not go to 0-3. But the team like they has not cared today, to be honest with you. It's been bad. And sadly, Carolina does not have 100. I don't think it has 200 yards passing yet. Nor do I think they have it even or anywhere close to it, to be honest with you. But this is what happens when you play bad football. And I know a lot of folks are like, yes, let me be brutally honest. Michael Penix played a bad football game today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is his worst game as a Falcon. Yes, he may be having, let me see, hit this comment real quick. He said they put Kirk. I seen they put Kirk back in. I mean, you're down 27-0. So I wouldn't be shocked that they put Kirk in the game. It was been bad. It's been bad. There's been some issues. This is what happens when you come out with a team like this and don't play in preseason. I'll go back to that. This team is not I have not seen one solid game on offense, and we are 3 weeks into the season. And the schedule doesn't get any easier. We're about to be at home for the next 3 weeks because we got a bye week 5. Week 4, we got the Commanders coming into Atlanta. That's not going to be an easy game. The boys are winning big against the Raiders, and Jaden Daniels didn't play today. So don't take that game as if we got that game won, because that is not a guaranteed game. And then we got a bye week 5. Week 6, Monday Night Football, you got the Buffalo Bills, who is arguably my pick to win the AFC this year. So you got to get better. You got to get better and better fast, because if this season gets away from this team, you might see this coaching staff gone. And once again, the offense is lethargic at best. Michael Penix is rushing his throws. That's one thing. I don't like. He seems to rush a lot of his throws. He's scared to attack the middle. We're not trying anything down the field. Kyle Pitts on the first drive of the game was open down the seams, possibly could have scored a touchdown to make it a 7-0 game. He completely misses him. There's no chemistry with him and Darnell Mooney. There's really him and Ray McLeod's been off. He threw 2 interceptions today. This has just been a bad football game. This is what bad football teams do. And for a team who have tried to put so much emphasis into we're a better team. You guys ain't ready for us. Don't sleep on us. All right, we're going to take the lead by storm. Show me. We're 3 weeks in. We're 1-2. The Bucs are 3-0. The Bucs are the best team in the division at this point. Take away the talent on the field. The Bucs are the best team in the division right now. Carolina's going to have a game up on you up until you see them again November 16th, regardless of what we do the rest of the way. You cannot drop NFC South games and think you're going to be a playoff team in January. You can't drop these games. These games are too crucial early in the season. And again, your next 3 games are going to be tough. The next 3 opponents you got on your schedule, 2 of them was a game away from the Super Bowl. So the schedule gets tougher. And I'm telling you, at this point, how much of a leash do you keep on this coaching staff right now? Because at the end of the day, it looks bad. Yes, we had AJ Terrell out on defense. I'm not even going to really too much kill the defense too much in this game because truth be told, they were not good. But, I mean, the offense was clearly the one that looked really, really bad. You had a pick 6 on offense. You had another pick that ended up turning into a touchdown. That's 14 points. Your offense gifted. 6 points off of missed field goals. That's 20 points off the field right there. So, complain about the defense all you want to. Statistically, it doesn't even show that they had a horrible game. That offense was bad from the start. And it hasn't gotten any better. For me to be on here with 4 minutes left in the game, I'm not watching the rest of the game. It's 30-0, by the way, too, for the Panthers. They're up 30-0 at this point. They've had a great game. And again, I shared it on my social media. This might be the worst Falcon game I've seen in a long time. And of course, we've had some bad football games. But from start to finish, it's been an awful day. Let me kick this comment. I told you this was a hot seat year for Terry here. It is. It's definitely a hot seat year because at the end of the day, you committed to getting pass rushers in the draft, which also I have another issue with that with Ulbrich. I shared that in my Buccaneer recap. I stated that I don't like the fact that the rookies don't get to really eat together on the game, on the field. So a lot of times you may see Ebiketie, who's not that good of a pass rusher, on the field with a James Pierce. Or you see Leonard Floyd with James Pierce. Or you'll see another veteran with a Jalen Walker on the field. You can't really discover what you have on the team if these guys aren't getting the reps. And the D-tackle position is awful. We know this. I know Yamada, he got hurt at a point earlier in the game. And I mean, before that, he hasn't really done much. So it's issues all around. Coaching is one of the things. We look very unprepared, like a very unprepared football team right now. And you have to put some fault on Raheem Morris. Yes, Michael Penix Jr. had a bad game, but I'm not going to just sit here and ignore one to knock the other. This has been bad. Even in that win last week, I was not happy with the way that game was handled. So let me hit this comment right here. About to drive the flurry branch. Listen, that's how I feel right now. That's truly, this team is just pathetic at this point. And you can't defend that Carolina lost. I'm sorry. And to me, Carolina didn't have I'm not going to sit here and slight them and say they sucked today because they didn't. But they played mistake-free football, whereas us, look at how the day went. And matter of fact, I want to bring the statistics up real quick. Give me a second. We'll show this. This is not going to be a long show because what's there to talk about? Seriously, what is there to talk about with this team? This team is unprepared right now. So not much to really talk about with these guys. I'm going to pull it up. Let me bring my screen down here. Okay. So as you see, Kirk Cousins have gotten into the football game. It's 3:41 left in the fourth. Michael Penix Day at the office. 18 of 36, 172 yards passing, no touchdowns, 2 picks, and a QB rating of 40.5. That is not going to win a football game in this league ever. He has not been good today. He has been terrible today. The timing was off. He was missing throws. He was making the throws late. The interception that was picked off by Dean Smith-Wade, he read the route, because we don't call anything but screens, these little short routes. We don't throw the ball more than 10 to 15 yards. So, of course, guess what opposing defense is going to do? Guess what veteran NFL players are going to do? They're going to start reading the play. They're going to start reading his eyes, because at the end of the day, this is his 7th start as an NFL quarterback. So guess what? They're going to take advantage of that. It shows. It showed bad today. Let's see. My boy Kyrie said Pennis. Ooh, man, I'm going to be honest. I don't want to go that far just yet. I don't think he's not what he's as advertised at this point. No, I don't think he's there yet. But I don't want to go that far just yet. What's up, Bridget? Yeah, this is horrible. This is a horrible day. Kirk Cousins in the game right now in the second quarter. I mean, she's in the fourth quarter. Bryce Young, as I stated to you, he has played turnover-free football, 16 of 24 for $121, no touchdowns, no picks. They've just played a bad game. Let's see. Kyrie said he is, man. Y'all gave him a Ritter before this. I actually was a little bit great. I gave Ritter a season. But as he got late into the season, Ritter just wasn't the guy. Nah, Penix, for what you have invested in Michael Penix Jr., I'm going to give him a full season. I'm not going to sit here and say that, and trust me when I tell you, I would never play he's a black man, white man, no man color as far as this team. I definitely won't do that with a player. I'm hard on these players. I ain't even going to lie to you. But nah, he definitely is not looking up to par right now. Let's see. You said it first. Just why you play your starters. Listen, I don't know. Trust me, I feel the same way. We look very lethargic. Once again, we got to a 1-2 start last season, and once again, we're starting off 1-2 again. So it's bad. It's really, really bad right now. Kyrie said, "Penix haven't showed you anything to make you feel like he hasn't." No, I can agree with that. I don't think you're not sold on him just yet. But I mean, this is who you invested in as your QB1 right now. So, I mean, we stuck right now. It's just the God of the truth. So we'll see what happens as the season goes along, but it ain't looking good so far. You got to get better and got to get better fast. Let me go down to the rushing total. Bijan, 13 of 72, 17 carry. Yes, a 17-yard run. Nathan Carter had 3 carries for 17. We ran for over 100 yards. Chuba Hubbard, 17 of 73. He hadn't really had to do much. Rico Dowdle had an okay day today. This game has not been one of those games where like a team just dominates you statistically. As you see, the stats are kind of similar. However, one team has played turnover-less football and one hasn't. So pathetic showing today. Really, really bad game from the Falcons. Really bad game. Like it's tough for me to even give them. There's no props that can be given for this game. As you see on both sides, neither team cracked a 50-yard receiver. As you see, just look at the statistics for this game. Darnell Mooney was targeted the most times a day, and a lot of times it was either off. He dropped a couple of passes. It's just bad. It's bad all the way across the board. Jeremy said pathetic, pitiful. It's bad. It's bad. There's no defense. Nobody is not at fault here. This is a bad loss. Probably one of the worst losses we've had in a long time. And we've had some bad losses. Let's see. That was Trevor Etienne had the one fumble that DeMarco Hellens recovered. We had a fumble recovery and did nothing with it in the first quarter of the game. So as you see, just showing y'all the stats. Like it's really nothing. Like, what does it really say? The stats don't show outside of those terrible interceptions that there was really a dominant effort on one side of the ball. It wasn't. As you see, there's nothing really to recap right there. The 2 picks, Mike Jackson jumped on their route on 4th down that they tried to go for, and Penix still fired a bad pass for a pick that could have been turned into a touchdown. Charles Smith-Wade also got pick 6 from the 11-yard line. As you see, like I said, it's really not a dominant day today for them. It was bad. Yes, the Panthers have not shut us out. Yeah, the Panthers, I remember we lost 38-0 up at Carolina the year they went to the Super Bowl. I remember that game very well because that team was definitely one that you knew they were going to be a tough out. Let's see. He also said lead the coaching staff and sharp. But I'm gonna be honest. It looks bad. It looks bad. And for you to be giving the hype that you've given for this team, it's to a point now where if results ain't showed by midseason, do not be shocked if Raheem Morris is gone. Because at the end of the day, you cannot invest this type of talent into this football team. You cannot have that, and you don't really have this team prepared. Michael Penix, I hope to see better from him than what I saw this week, but I'm not gonna lie to you. He has not shown that he's the hands down franchise quarterback yet. And you can put part of it on Zach Robinson, you can put part on him, but it isn't showing right now. This was bad. Not really much credit you can give away to this game. Carolina won the game. Salute to them for that. But this is bad. He said, I want a Harbaugh. Yeah, man. Hey, anything better than what we have right now. It's hard to spit the black man's body. Oh, my God. That's bad. Yeah, man. Let's see. 2 punt returns. Nothing really there. As you see, Parker Rome missed the first 2 field goals of the game. Ryan Fitzgerald was 3 for 3. He had a 57-yarder also in the game as well. Again, bad showing today. Bad showing. Like, I'm not even going to spend the rest of my time really talking about these guys. So I've knocked the show out now so I don't have to worry. I can kick back and watch the 4 o'clock game at peace and not worry about these goofy guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, let's just show this team stats. Falcons had more first downs than Carolina. They were 5 of 13 on third down. Carolina was 3 of 11. Turnover, fourth down, they were 0 of 3. The Panthers was 2 of 2. Falcons ran more plays in Carolina today, had almost a 100-yard difference. Passing, as you see, 23 of 43. Carolina threw the ball 24 times for 114 yards in this game. The difference is the 2 interceptions, and they got sacked 1 time. We averaged 5 yards a carry. They ran the ball more than we have. They've had more penalties than we have, but the difference in the game, of course, is the turnovers. Again, the statistics don't show a dominant performance by the Carolina Panthers. The Falcons played awful. They played awful today. No question about it. And again, like I said, you now head into a situation where you're coming home. You got 2 tough games at home between Washington and Buffalo, who I think is going to be a very tough out in the AFC. They very well could be the team to win the AFC and go to the Super Bowl. So it got to change. Got to change quick. And again, bad day for the Falcons. Just an awful game by the Falcons. There's not even really much to talk about with them. I'll be back on sometime midweek or later in the week to talk about the Commanders game. But this right here, what else is there to talk about? Awful showing today. Falcons lose 30-0, drop to 1-2. No expands buts about how bad this game looked. But y'all enjoy the rest of your day. This has been my Falcon recap. I don't have anything else to say. Y'all enjoy the rest of your NFL Sunday.